A storm is coming.
Who am I?
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Love and affection, no fear of rejection. This I know is true. Peace and contentment, no need for resentment. This I found in you. This I found in you.
Me shall prosper.
out here with you? What?
ACT, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't OfficialDanaJay, Levi for Kelly, or Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the ball. Look. You got some weed? Dang. I gotta get some. Alright, hurry up. Diesel and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you. Alright.
Everything good that's ever happened to me first came a period of horrible suffering. I never ask why. I just wait for the rough part to end. I was chosen for whatever reason. It doesn't hurt anymore. It burns. And I'm ready now. I'm tired of watching. Tired of hearing irrelevant clowns speculate how I'll be perceived. Tired of hearing my greed, my desire questioned. Whenever I decide to return, I'll remind everyone why they know my name. Again and again. Believe in me. Patience. It's almost time. And just before you subscribe to It Begins Again, just remember what you truly fear. And that's me.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say it louder, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We have tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass, girl, gotta make it last, girl. Spread our soul, and I'ma beat it up.
Yo, what's happening? Jeez, y'all. It's your boy Papa Dub. Don't be mad at me. Yo, tried to tell him. Yo, goddamn. My lady pregnant again, but this time she pregnant with twins. Another collection plate. Come on, preacher, that's kinda strange. I'm sorry, God, I need that little change. I gotta do a couple things. Cause that stimulus, it ain't stimulate. Tax time, the mama got pissed and won't let them claim the baby. They shooting again. These jits crazy, they need some help. Man, they shot him in the hip. He fell out and shitted on himself. My cousin Fall called Fed time. Up the road, did a whole dime. He used to call home. I heard niggas crying in the background. Saying to myself, this ain't how we supposed to live. Turn on Facebook, man, another bitch done got killed. Where the love at? My dog lose years away, out here smoking cocaine cigarettes. 8 years old, shot in the head, had nothing to do with that. That baby innocent. Go get George Zimmerman if y'all just wanna kill a bit. That's why I'm asking Jesus, please tell me why you leave us. Tell me why you leave. Why these people want us dead? On the internet, capping that shit is fake, bro. Showing your ass, putting no makeup. Man, y'all better wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. I've been telling y'all better wake up. Can't nail bitch, say Papa Duck ain't say nothing. I told y'all everything. I told you our life, the government stole it. I told y'all about COVID, the CIA and the cloning. MK Ultra, the whole world's under hypnosis. They turn the TV off, that's how Hollywood control us. And ain't no cure for cancer, you're right, that's some bullshit. If they can lead us and go to the moon, they'd have been done did it. And if you took the shot, I pray for you, Lord no. Don't want black folk to grow, so they put us on birth control. And just cause you go to church every Sunday don't make you saved. 12 years of school's how you turn niggas to slaves. On our minds they put shackles, they lie, trickers and trappers. And use the influence of athlete, actors and rappers. For real, that fucked up they did to Emmett Till. And all the pain his mom and family had to feel. That's why I'm asking Jesus, please tell me why you leave us. Tell me why you leave. And these people want us dead. On the internet capping, that shit is fake, bro. In the mirror showing your ass, putting no makeup. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. What's happening? It's your boy Papa Dog. I've been telling y'all about this shit for a long time, bro. I get on YouTube every day, drop videos on nothing but that sauce. And I'm telling y'all what time it is. And I'm telling y'all, these people want us dead, bro. We living like it called to do this and bro. Out there been wide open just to hate and hurt and kill each other every day. You feel me? You feel me? Man, one time for all the folk that's already woke. And for the ones that ain't, you need to wake up. You need to wake up.
Woo-wee! What's going on? What's going on? Y'all know I don't go live on Sundays. Atmos, I see you. What up, bro? Midas, EJ, Willie, Miss Caramel, Miss Hot Pink, Miss TT. Yes, sir. Who else in this junk? I got 2 remotes. I gotta remember. T Glenn, what's up? Willie Will, Miss Belinda, how you doing? Happy birthday. Shout out happy birthday to Al Denise over here. Happy birthday. Everybody that's out there. Levi for Kelly, everybody. Yeah. Shabazz, everybody. Oh yeah, love yourself, Miss Bernadette. Oh yeah, y'all go and hit that like button. 39 likes, I make 40. I got 112 watching. Now, y'all know I normally do not go live on Sundays, right? But I heard somebody that I'm cool with say something that I don't agree with. So with that being said, as men, you know how we do. We got to go live with it. You know what I mean? So, Shabazz wasn't, you know, I mean, if you listen to what he said, you know, he said some stuff, you know, I listened to it. But I disagree with some things. And before I get into that, I'm going to say Dream Team, family, friends, what's up? How y'all doing? How y'all been doing? I'm going to put the Cash App up there. Whew. Put the Cash App up there. I'm going to move it down a little bit to about right there. I'm going to open it up a little bit so that way y'all can see it. And then I'm just going to say, yeah, you know, Cash App for OfficialDanaJay is $ OfficialDanaJay. So I want to thank everybody that, you know, participated and the little fundraiser that we were doing over here and to retain a lawyer and to pay for that help pay for that high ass pacer bill. God damn. I ain't know getting billed quarterly it can build like that. But, you know, even though we still 15 people off from our goal, I'm not going to press y'all no more, because everybody that gave, done gave, and if anybody else want to give, they can hit the Cash App. But I'm not going to talk about it no more. I see I'm going to have to work a little couple more doubles and, you know, cover the balance myself if nobody else help out. All right? But I want to thank everybody that did help out. Y'all will get information very soon. I will not hijack y'all and run off like some of these other folks are doing. I will not do that. I'm live, so I understand that I'm being texted. Okay, cool. How y'all doing? Thank you so much. I got some announcements, man. I just got sent this this Thursday. It'll be the Handy Woman versus Malik in a music battle. So, you know, Malik Dream Team, so we gonna that put us in a bad situation. But we gonna go support Malik. Everybody that's going to support Malik, we're going to support Malik. You know, I can't really say too much because, you know, y'all know how I feel about the Handy lady. I don't like her. Never will again. Never. I hate her, honestly. So, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to start here. We got to go support Malik, though. And we got to vote for Malik. You know what I'm saying? And we got to vote for Malik. Okay. I wish he would have told us before he did that. But hey, nevertheless, it's for one of our fellow Dream Team members that we didn't know was going over there. Okay. And it's based on participation. There's no more judges. It's based off of participation, so we can't leave them out in the water like that. All right, let's go here. I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to do this real quick. Freedom of speech. 5-head Nairi. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all slick. The freedom of speech page was one of the Bolski's burner page, right? So I always say if you let a nigga just sit for a minute, he gonna tell on himself. This right here is unacceptable. This right here is unacceptable. Nobody talk like that except for the Bolski. So whether he have access to this page, which he do, or whether he's taking directives from Nairi, which he do. Or whether 5-head Nairi is taking directives from Dabolski, which she do. This is unacceptable. Now, and you want to talk about everybody else, but when your mother couldn't breathe, then what? And you wanted to get on here and cry, and everybody felt sorry for you. This is what I mean. They come messing with the Dream Team, and then when we mess back, it's a problem. So when your mama couldn't breathe and her big ass couldn't fit out the door, ain't nobody tell her to breathe, did it? This is prima donna grandfather that passed on, and this was his final days. And this what the low life motherfuckers over there do. Excuse my French, but I ain't speaking French. French is umawawati. Comment allez-vous? That's French. Mercier Trevier. Où habitez-vous? J'habite Atlanta. That's French. I'm speaking direct English. This is unacceptable. And then the first thing they say is, oh, no, the Dream Team messed with us. No, we're not. We ain't even thinking about the boy. But it's okay. I got something for him. I got a nice hot platter I'm about to serve up. Now, Shabazz was talking today, right? And one thing about it, I don't believe in, when we was rocking as a team, I don't believe in leaving nobody out. So this was when Shabazz was recording Presidents at the hotel. So Shabazz wasn't lying about, you know, the recording at the hotel. However, as I looked into his comments, I seen Diva Wilson, who rocks with the baby killer and the pedophile. And she said that she didn't know if Sylvia was ever him too. No, I'm sorry. And she said Sylvia was never him too. I don't know if she was him too or not. I know she used to follow and rock with them real heavy along with myself. I was never him too. But him too, they wasn't bad when it came to me. You know what I mean? I can't sit back and say anything bad about when I was rocking with them then. I know now me and two of them don't see eye to eye about anything. However, and we leaving it there. But here's a picture of them all dressed alike. You see, I dress different. But we all represented kills. So I thought, this is during the time that Sylvia gave the address out, along with some other things, and lied on Will. So I'm just giving y'all facts. I'm giving y'all pictures. That's what it was. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I included them when I didn't have to. But hey, it is what it is. Now, this dog-faced gremlin sat back and went live talking about, oh, DanaJay, he a big nigga. He this and this and this and this. But where was this energy when I put my dick print on your shoulder? And I wish I had the live. I wish my main page was up because it's on there. I would have hunted that page down until I found when we was all in the Airbnb and we was dancing and I was dancing and I put my dick print on your shoulder and you went extremely moist and all this other stuff that you said, whatever. However, she claimed that, oh no, I never liked Dana, never liked that. See, my character won't let me do what I really want to do. And that's a difference of having character and non-character, because my character want to release some other photos of Nairi that she sent me one fateful night in the middle of the night when me and Nairi was on the phone. We was on a duo. And it's just some, let's just say it's some unfavorable photos when some people's fingers went to marching. Let's say that much. Don't play with me. But since you want to play with me, I'm gonna let you understand this. You look like that, right? You saying all this stuff about me, right? But I'm gonna tell you this. One thing about me is this right here. There's not a woman that I can't get, including you, if I wanted you. And this is not to curve you. This is direct shot. So I'm going to take this down. It might have broke my computer, but I'm going to show you some things, okay? One, you ain't touching it. That's one. Two, out your league. You ain't touching it. Three, same person, out your league, ain't touching it. Four, a different look, out your league, ain't touching it. Five, just waking up like this after laying on your boy. So you ain't touching it. Check it. Just a little lounge day when she want to dress a little thuggish. You know what I mean? You ain't touching it. And I'm just giving you some factors, you know what I'm saying, of what I deal and dealt with versus what you have. Now, I'm just letting you know, like, what it is. Like, you ain't touching none of this. So, while you at it, understand this. You are not in my league. You want my attention. I don't want to give you my attention. You're not who I want to give my attention to. So while you sitting up there capping for the slow people, let's understand this. Things that you want from me, you can never have. First of all, go get your son from out LA from selling his man booty, okay? He out there on Sunset Boulevard selling his pussy. Get him off of there. He a man. He ain't locked up no more. I don't think he ever been to jail. So why are you okay? You running behind a man that's mentally retarded when your son is out in LA on Sunset Boulevard bent over every 7 to 10 minutes getting plugged. That don't look good. That don't look good. And again, I didn't show them pictures just for you to get mad and go commit suicide and stuff like that. I don't want you to do none of that. I just want you to know that what you want from me, you will never get. I wouldn't touch you with Debo dick, okay? Understand that. A lot of y'all over there and on this internet are clout chasers. Y'all jump from faction to faction, hoping y'all gonna get stuck. Not over here. We don't rock like that. And I just gave you a few pictures of 3 women. Y'all already got Sherelle. Y'all already got Shania. I just give you 3 more. Remember this. My taste comes from the opposite side of the menu. Yeah, I dibbled on the ghetto side. You know, I dibbled on y'all side a couple times. I did. But my taste, what fills me up, come from the opposite side of the menu. And you, Nari, or Fari, you ain't even on the opposite side. You ain't even on the ghetto side. You far down in Wisconsin on that side where they give out Section 4 vouchers because Section 8 wouldn't take y'all because y'all too ghetto. You know, when you go to Walmart and you still wear the Little House on the Prairie shower curtains and shit, and you be wearing the little shoes from out of Walmart. And remember Fiery when you went and bought them little Walmart white shoes? Cause you said, "Oh, my shoes are messed up." Then you came out with the little cutoff jeans and your kneecap was open, and you just knew you was the shit. And ain't nobody tell you that you had on men pants. I'm just saying. And you had that little dirt spot like right there on the side of your tooth, where this side looked like you bleached it a little bit, but this side it looked like that little dirty stain. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I don't believe you're a real woman. I think you adopted your so-called son because your shoulder's too broad. So while you out here capping for these folks, I just look at you and I be like, that's a built-ass dude. Y'all motherfucking people on this internet, y'all be some transformers for real. Y'all motherfuckers be more than me, Star. But enough of you. I don't want to waste no time on you. You know what I mean? I get it. So when y'all ran with the Jasmine said immediately after me and her dealt with each other that she wanted to tell somebody and this, I knew that was a lie. All this R. Kelly told her to write some letters. I knew that was a lie. I knew where it came from. Now let's give a backstory. Let's back it up. Remember when Sharon Wimbush and Dr. Rice was on a panel and had Jasmine in his living room and she was like this? I mean, in his bedroom and she was like this? I understand where that came from. And I understand that narrative came out of that house in North Carolina. However, what I didn't understand is that Sylvia was behind that narrative. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You can't put a narrative out there on me if you don't do it immediately. So you waited until after I left, because I was the first one to leave, and you waited till after him too left, all of them had left, and then 3 days after that, we get this story. I found it funny that Lolo was taking you around in Chicago, but you went and told somebody that me and Lolo ran a train on you. First mistake. That never happened. Second mistake. You said that me and Robert ran a train on you. So when people tell me, oh, yo, I think she really did, let's go there. In a Sprinter. Jasmine got out the Sprinter first. I had to give her the code to the Airbnb. Me and Rob was talking. She tried to stall, hoping that Rob was going to say, no, she can stay. No, let her go. But Rob ain't never say stay. So when him two got out the Sprinter, Jasmine tried to insinuate that Rob was touching her. Mainly that Rob touched her butt. And Robert said, hell no, we ain't trying no shit like that. And the only thing that went up your ass is some wet water and a cold case of Gatorade. That came out of Robert's mouth. Everybody started laughing. She got mad. My Airbnb was 7 minutes away from him too's. So Jasmine got out. I gave her the code. She went up. Me and Robert talked. I got out of the Sprinter because Robert had to be to court. We left. Next day after that, it was regular court again. The day after that, it was child support court. Wait a minute, that's already 72 hours. But then I'm going to chop it down a little bit. Let's take it from when she got on the Sprinter. That's 48 hours. So when did she say this? When did Robert say that? Because Robert didn't want her in the Sprinter. Robert told me, look, get in the Sprinter, go, let's go. And that's after they took Denise and they went to Popeyes and they walked around Robert's old hood. But let me help you with something. For people that say, she immediately was saying something. This is 2 days after. Oh no, that's another thing for Nairi. Oh, you don't understand that. That's four-wheeler riding in Dubai. But let's go here. This is 3 days after. This is my little sister. This her baby. This is Jasmine. This is me. So if she felt pressured, if she felt raped, if she felt anything, why is she all up under me and my family? And this is the day that him too told her that she needed to learn how to dress. That she shouldn't come dressed any kind of way. for y'all to think it's Photoshop. Here's another picture. Jasmine seemed quite happy to me. Quite happy to me. Here we go again. Quite happy. Because it was an issue. She could have told my little sister. My little sister definitely would have, addressed it. That's why I say, never run with rumors of people. That's how, that people on the internet be trying to press people to do dumb stuff. I wish Jasmine would have filed a police report. I would have countersued and then had her locked up for stalking. Along with, oh boy. Make it make sense. Now we gonna get to bedbug. I always said, like, when I was done with things, like if I ever tell you to leave me alone, leave me the fuck alone. Because I'm not the one to play with. And I heard Shabazz say, well, this is supposed to be for R. Kelly, and this is not for R. Kelly. That's the problem. Everybody's trying to make outside shit that people create. They trying to take it and bring it into the R. Kelly situation. Shabazz wasn't around when them folks made me lose my job, when they made me lose my home, when they tried to get my gun license taken from me, when they did well-being checks at my sister's house thinking I live there, when they did certain stuff like calling jobs and stuff like Shabazz wasn't around for that. And when that was going on, ain't nobody say, oh no, this ain't helping R. Kelly. Ain't nobody say that. Ain't nobody say when this pedophile jumped in my 11-year-old daughter inbox, and I did a live about that. Ain't nobody say, oh no, this for R. Kelly. So before I even started it, I immediately said, this ain't no R. Kelly shit. So I get where Shabazz misspoke. And then he said the only reason why I did it is because me and him was beefing. No, I don't beef with pedophiles. I don't beef with peasants. I put it out there because it pissed me off. It touched me. I know how I feel to be taken advantage of. And how dare a person come to the internet like they holier than thou. Oh, God said. No. We ain't using God now. Because I'm about to uncover some shit. And first things first, I'm going to say, Hollywood, my bad. I'm about to play something. Don't get mad at me. Don't strike me. We ain't beefing. We don't got no beef, Hollywood, but I got to let the truth come out. I got to put some narratives to bed today. So when I hear people say, I need more evidence because this what was said about R. Kelly, I knew what Carrie interviewed with him about. I knew that already. I knew where the young niece and the Lord narratives came from. So when Old Cove sit back and say, oh yeah, R. Kelly, they haven't said it lately. And they haven't said it within the last year. But when Larry first came on, Larry always said, oh yeah, R. Kelly touched his 6-year-old niece. I knew where that came from. And I knew that was a lie. And I knew Carrie was going to come sooner or later and clarify that, which he did about 4 months ago when he said everything I said was nothing but a lie. I was just mad. And I put my family, that means his immediate people that didn't like Robert because they felt as though Robert didn't move in exact time to get Miss Joanne a tombstone. I get it. So when people hear that, it's like, oh, okay. But then when you have people that know what's going on and they come give you the story, everybody like, oh, that's what happened. So I know about that with Shabazz. I know all of that. And no man Shabazz haven't even spoke on that. But Shabazz clarified that it was him that Carrie went to. I thought it was somebody else. But as far as DJ Tyson, a.k.a. Bedbug, a.k.a. Pedophilia 101, I want to address something. If what his daughters was saying was alleged, it wouldn't have been this hard. What I mean by this hard, it wouldn't be this much of an ongoing battle. You feel me? It wouldn't be this much of an ongoing battle. And the reason why it's ongoing is because it's facts. Now, I understand when people say, you can't really say that, and because this is what says, this is what we said about R. Kelly. Okay, well, here's the thing I'm gonna say. A lot of people have ran with that narrative. Nobody understand what I did when I had Angelo and Tim and them on there. Go back and look at the video. I asked Tim a question that led to one more question. And from that question, it should have clarified every question that people had concerning Tim Savage and his association to what's going on. The first question I asked, I said, Tim, who came and told you that Robert was dogging, mistreating, and doing whatever to your daughter? Tim said, it was Asante. The next question I asked was, have you physically ever seen Robert do anything to your daughter? Have you ever heard about Robert doing anything to your daughter? He said no. I said, okay, that's all I wanted to know. That right there just shows that word of mouth from a lady who wanted to be around Robert and couldn't be around Robert, ran and told a lie, and the first thing Tim did was ran with it. Nobody else never even thought about that. But I asked those questions for a reason. And the reason why I asked those questions was, why, or better yet, how is it so easy to run with a narrative if you don't know the facts? After that, you ain't hear me harp on it. You ain't see nothing else. Right? And truth to be told, I can show some pictures from where a certain person with no clothes on, coochie hanging out, was taking pictures of Robert sleep from the other room and sending them to Johnson. Now, I don't know who it was because you can't see the face. You only can see the skin complexion. And you really can't tell who it is because of skin complexion, because it could be anybody. But I have those pictures. So when Johnson posted that pedophile Can y'all tell who this is? Sleep. I immediately said, take it down. I know where it come from. Me and Jonathan went back and forth about that. She eventually took it down because she knew I wasn't joking and she knew I knew. Bedbug put up a post about Azriel. And Jonathan went through the Mute R. Kelly people to have him take it down. Now, let me ask this question. Since it's such a big issue that I talked to Angelo, hell, I talked to everybody. But since it's such a big issue that I talked to Angelo, right? Why is it only an issue when I talk to the so-called ops? But when the rest of the ones that's supposed to be on Team Kel's side talk to the so-called ops, it's a celebration. Make it make sense. I don't have to illegally record nobody. I don't. I don't have to illegally record nobody. I don't. I can just have them come on the panel. Simple as that. And when they come on the panel, I can ask them what I want. 9 times out of 10, I just call them directly like, yo, I need you to clear something up. This was going on. And a dream team want to know what the hell is what. They can either tell me yes or no. But in this situation about Bedbug, his daughters is telling a story. And it's not just one. It's 3. On top of a son. And Shabazz said something that made me think. He said he called DJ Tyson because he was going to put him on a 3-way to defend himself. Now, Shabazz know I don't play them type of games over here. But because of that allegation, I would have gave Bedbug the open floor. Because I would love to hear what his side is. But I heard his side. And Shabazz heard his side in a raw form. And after Shabazz spoke with him, he went live. But he told Shabazz, this is my life. How you going to be cocky for a man that's trying to help you? Even when Shabazz tried to throw lies out there to help you. With me thinking that because me and you don't like each other or that I don't like you, that I just threw that up there because of that. No, that's not why. So I'm clearing up some shit. I put that up there because it hurt me. Watching his daughters spill out something that I said it. I didn't even want to believe it. So you have the crash dummies that's willing, that don't have no integrity, that don't stand for anything, that is willing to do stuff like this. And she said, bro, Terrell, you are in my sincere prayers. I don't jump on the bandwagon with gossip and rumors. Whatever wrongs, stop. You jumped on the gossip and bandwagon rumor about me. So you're a liar. Casey McDaniel, a.k.a. Jocelyn Smith. Now let's go there. I was on the phone when Doug called you. And you was talking about, I'm Jocelyn Smith. No, I'm Jocelyn Smith. And I'm an old lady. Nobody misinterprets your deep ass voice, Gorilla Manila. We all know your voice. And I told Doug she's a liar. You told Doug, and this is what you said word for word. Doug asked you, oh, how did you create a defense fund? And you said, I wasn't trying to create a defense fund. I was trying to donate to the defense fund. And remember, Doug paused. I put my phone on mute and laughed my ass off. Because at that moment, we both knew you were lying. He hung up with you and he said, oh, this might have been a mistake. And then hung up with you. I had to let him know you cannot donate to somebody and mysteriously create a defense fund. You can't do that. You have to set that up. And you and Kevin Terrell set it up. And that's how he got the $5,000 into moving to his first apartment that was in Nisimo's daughter's name. Now, since we all want to talk about let's tell some truth, let's tell it. So you said, bro, Terrell, you are in my sincere prayers. I don't jump on bandwagon with gossip and rumors, whatever wrongs you have done in your past. God has forgiven you. Hate him. Wait. How you know God has forgiven him? He can't even forgive himself. So how can God forgive him for raping his daughters? You sound stupid as fuck. Then you said sometimes God allowed things to happen to us so he can get our attention. Yo, do you realize the magnitude of what's going on? Then you said God wants you to come to him. Lay your burdens at your Savior's feet. He will give you rest. Do you know that mean that he will take you from this earth and just give you eternal rest? Do you know what that means? That he's taking the life out of you and sending your spirit back to where it came from. See how you misquote scripture? Then you said, stop trying to handle things on your own. Let God fight your battle. Don't do evil for evil. Don't give the enemy room for reproach. So I guess I'm the enemy. Oh, so I guess I'm the enemy for bringing facts and truth about something that happened to his kids at his hand on his watch. So now I'm the devil. Okay. Then you said social media is the devil playground. So why the fuck you on here then? If you so holier than thou. Then you said it's a bloodthirsty audience waiting to lead you to your death. He did this to himself. We didn't do that. Then you said these spirits on social media are consumed with evil. Be patient and wait on the Lord. So let me ask you this, Casey. Was your spirit consumed with evil when you set up that fake defense fund and you and Bedbug split it along with others? When this man right here that got kicked out of Sesame Street for touching Bert and Ernie, were you and was your spirit evil then? But what I don't understand is his daughters gave y'all a warning on Thursday, right? And then another warning on Friday, right? Why y'all dumbass YTF people still fucking with them girls? Now, I know they're going to say, Dana lying, he's starting stuff, this and that. Okay, well, let's go here. His daughter words, not mine. Kiora Terrell said, stop coming to my page about this nigga. I don't got a daddy. I'm start treating y'all asses 100. We don't need no compensation, a interview, or no therapy. Fuck that nigga and his mama and everything they stand for. I'm gonna say it again. She said, stop coming to my page about this nigga. I don't got a daddy. I'm start treating y'all asses 100. We don't need no compensation, a interview, or no therapy. Fuck that nigga and his mama and everything they stand for. I have a question. Why y'all fucking with these people, man? Y'all don't know them. Y'all heard me when I said I don't want to interview. I just want them to heal. Y'all over there talking about we can pay you to do this and we just need an interview so that way you can speak in good light of your father. And then y'all talking about some and we'll make sure y'all get therapy. What the fuck? Levi had to tell y'all, can you terrorists stop going on his children's social media pages and attacking them? She and her siblings and mom have been through enough. That's on the same page though. On the same page. On the same page. He had to tell y'all. And then she come back. Stop coming to my page about this nigga. I don't got a daddy. I'm gonna start treating y'all asses. So before y'all try to spin it talking about, oh, she was talking about Levi. No. Look at the time frames. No. He came to her defense of y'all YTF niggas. And then if it was false, if the story was made up, if it wasn't true, here's the icing on the cake. When you catch it, say ouch. You have a husband. I'm assuming it's Boops, Montana. You got a sister, which is Keena. You got a other sister, which is Taylor Wade. And then you got the matriarch, Miss Crystal Qualls. It was okay when he did it and put the heart. It was okay when the sibling did it and put the heart. It was okay when the other sibling did it and put the caring emoji. But there's another thing when the matriarch, the one that it happened to, come and stamp it with a thumbs up. Now, I'm not telling nobody to believe them. But what I am saying is you cannot take up for this dude when now everybody involved is saying the same thing and corroborating the same thing and agreeing with the same thing. But you know what people want to say? This ain't going to help Kels. That nigga ain't help Kels. Remember, that nigga said R. Kelly a dope dealer singer. You know what, Kel? He gonna get locked up like Bill. But he gonna get locked up and that dumbass nigga gonna be singing prayer changes. Have y'all forgot that? So we ain't gonna shade the 50 or throw the curve. And we gonna put the thing in a thing and throw the 8-ball corner pocket. And one thing about it, you see two people who are cool, me and Shabazz, we have a difference of opinion on this. Because this ain't about R. Kelly. Yes, R. Kelly might have been charged with that allegation. Yes, he might have been given for that allegation. But that was R. Kelly. This is Bedbug. Bedbug was brought in to do what he was born to do. Disrupt the R. Kelly sector. to steal from the R. Kelly true supporters, not the YTF hemorrhoid followers. But not just that. Let's take that down. I don't even want to just give you that. Check this out. This is the reason why I be telling Levi, don't jump out there when it come to Doug and Kevin Terrell, even though Kevin Terrell said, don't let me and release it and this and this. Kevin Terrell led the people to believe that Doug was telling him something silently when I knew it wasn't factual. Okay. I'm going to give you 8 minutes and 57 seconds of how he tried to spin Hollywood next. Check this out.
He said, look, shut us fuck up, because you can't talk or spell. Shut us fuck up. We got work to do. How the fuck are you talking to somebody like this that you had not had no communication with? You come off like this. You say we got work to do. Real talk. Do not say my name. I got a call. Shut up. Yo, I got a call. Are you getting this? Yo, Hollywood, are you getting this message? No, do not call. This DJ, I spoke to Doug. Real talk. I got some vital info. Basically is what he said. I got vital info. He says, okay, just got off the phone with him. I'm going to share with you. Yup, that's what he said. My response was, so what's up? What did he say? His response is, I'm going to share with you what Doug told me tonight. Your work is not in vain. I know we had our issues, but of course his motion been denied. And they only give R. Kelly 2 weeks, which I've already known this shit. He ain't telling me a motherfucking thing I did not know. R. Kelly's getting 2 weeks to prepare, regardless of what we had issues on. I still feel like you are great at debunking lies as well. I'm moving different way now because the ops are watching, and I hope that everybody is watching at this motherfucking point. Fuck him, okay? He says, because the ops are, wait a minute, I want to listen what I said. Because the ops are watching, they want to find Kells not guilty, but we need to present shit to the jury. When I say I spoke to Doug, I thought about you, because I say it then and I say it now. I believe in your work. Let's put this bullshit aside and move in silence. I hope you reading this is what this dirty ass, bed bug infested ass, good for nothing ass nigga said to me, okay? And said, this is the message that I put in the community tab. When I say I spoke to Doug, I thought about you because I said it then and I say it now. I believe in your work. Let's put this bullshit aside and move in silence. I hope you're reading this. Okay? Mark these words. We got work to do. Some has already been done. And my response to this dumb nigga was, what are you fucking talking about? I didn't say what the fuck, but I said, what are you talking about? And then I tried to call this dirty ass nigga when I ended my life with you guys, and I said, I'm calling you. Are you to answer or no? Okay? And the nigga responded to me and said to me, my phone was in silence. Call you soon as I'm off this call. Hollywood next. I still say you do great work and God still is good. Never delete that original Hollywood Next page. Debunking lies is gonna free R. Kelly. Trust what I say, okay? That's the shit that was said on Wednesday, okay? Then you get to the next day, Thursday, when this nigga is in a fucking frantic and a goddamn on the run like as rat because he got his ass on the run because he got intimidated by these motherfuckers. And what this bitch ass nigga, somebody in his chat said that Hollywood Next needs to call in. And so what I did was I texted this nigga on the same motherfucking text that he responded to me. I responded to him after I was through with the nigga because, like I said, he claimed he was going to call back, which he never did. And then I get on my YouTube, and then I see the text message of him saying, yo, somebody reach out to Hollywood Next, tell her to shut the fuck up. We got work to do. That he claims was a bait for the opposition to bite. And he claimed that the opposition bought the bait. So if the opposition bought the bait, thank God I didn't bite the bait because I didn't respond to him anymore. The next time I responded to this bed bug, dirty finger, stanky booty, shitty motherfucker, homeless, begging ass, put in my Cash App ass nigga, I said to him, okay, my only advice to you, because I saw what the person in the comments said, they wish that Hollywood Next would reach out because they know I could potentially help this good for nothing ass nigga. And so what I did instead of calling him was texting him and said, my only advice to you is make sure you get a refund for the remainder of your stay and find out if you can stay and remain anonymous, and they don't confirm it when anyone who calls that you do not stay there, you need to go talk to them. And then I said, or give me the number and I'll call to see what I can do. He never responded, so that's when I called the bitch ass nigga and said, don't put me on your fucking live. He took me off of his fucking live. And no, he didn't answer the first time. And so I texted him, I said, answer your phone basically. And he didn't respond. So I called, I got through to this dirty ass nigga, okay? And then I told this dirty, stanky, filthy, bed bug, dookie booty ass nigga to basically end your life. Because if people really is watching you, you need to end your life. Because right now it's looking more like you're looking for a shit show and a sympathy show than you are trying to get help for people who allegedly is attacking you and reaching out to these fucking hotels where you stand at. So how the fuck do you take my message the wrong fucking way and make your subscribers feel like I'm reaching out to you and I'm communicating with you? Like, why would you do that? Why would you turn that shit around? Yeah, she gotta go. I'm gonna block her ass. Fuck that bitch. She don't know what she's talking about. Thank you everybody that shot the moderator. The moderators that shot that stupid ass up off my page. Because in real life she gotta be stupid. Because you don't hear, you must be even stupider. So anyway, yeah. Nah, I'm not bugging, baby. That nigga bugging. He bad bugging, baby. I'm not bugging, honey. I'm doing great, okay? He's bugging. So anyway, yeah, this bum turned that whole content around and made his subscribers think if she don't like me and she's this and that and the other, why is she calling my phone and da-da-da-da-da? You turned it all around. You made it look like I reached out to you when you was the one that reached out to me and text me. Okay? And try to get me, and then you try to say that it was a bait for them, but look like it was a bait for me. How the fuck do I know you really talking to Doug Anton? And why would Doug Anton want to talk to you and give you any information as it pertains to anything? Thank you, Pink Lemonade. Thank you. Everybody.
So, what you just heard was Hollywood Next pretty much put it out there. But he say that he never talked to them. Whole time he was talking to Larry, but then coming back trying to tell people, oh, Doug Anton called him and did. I told you Doug Anton will only call him when he will lie and say Dana in trouble. And that's when Doug called, be like, what's going on? And then he'll flip it like it's something else. But you get what she said. He told her that the ops, which was Team Truth at the time, took the bait. What bait? So when I tell y'all things are going on and I just don't go all the way and tell y'all, just know I got everything to back it up. And yes, at that time, he was trying to set Hollywood up. Why? Because Dawn told him to, because Hollywood said she wasn't fucking with Dawn at the time. Let's continue. Dr. Rogers called me one night telling me that, you know, his sisters Lisa and Cassandra, right? Robert's sisters Lisa and Cassandra. And I told her to send me something. So she sent me a picture of this man named Frank. His last name's supposed to be Kelly. Okay, cool. But she only sent me a picture of him and Cassandra. But Lisa is the more vocal, but she's not in none of the pictures. So what I did was I created a collage around this Frank guy. And I was waiting on Bruce, because if Bruce would have came on my channel, I would have showed him this picture I'm about to show y'all. So I took this picture to Robert like this. And Robert said, how you know this motherfucker my daddy? I said, man, look, just talk to him, man. Nothing help. I mean, nothing to hurt. Just talk to him. I didn't know that they were taking stories from other people and then going to Robert acting like they his siblings. Well, here's the picture that Dr. Rogers sent me. I put the R. Kelly collages around it. This picture right here is with Robert and Miss Joanne. I just don't understand. And then when I found out the ultimate truth, I put it out there that they not his sisters, but Robert did accept them. But he didn't say that they were his sisters. He didn't say that, you know, none of that crazy stuff. What a Robert did say is that once all this stuff over, but that he would get a DNA test to see. But what got me is when Lisa told me this man right here was coming to Robert's trial. But 2 weeks before she told me that, she told me this man was dead. So I asked a question. How was a dead man going to trial? She got mad and hung up the phone. I believe that's where the fallout between me, Lisa, and Cassandra actually happened. The liars against R. Kelly. The conversations that nobody have. These are messages from Faith's mom, supposed to be to Michelle Kramer, but she sent them to someone else. So let's go there. Let's read it. She said, Michelle, listen, I don't have time for this. If you got an issue, you can come to me. All these things you're talking about. Hold on, because this is distracting. Let me cut my phone off. So Those pictures crazy. It says, you can come to me, all these things you're talking about, I don't know about. So, and as your address, never used it. So again, I have no clue what you're all talking about. You can talk to me in person, like when I have an issue with you. I can come to you. Stop looking for everything I'm not going to give you. I'm not going back and forth with you or anyone else. I know things you have said and some of the things you do, and I chose just not to be a part of it. So sorry, I'm not going to give you a storyline for your book. Good luck, because at the end of the day, we are people who met due to R. Kelly. I don't live in your world, and you don't live in mine. Hold on. And you don't live in mine, and that's okay. It was never my plan to have history with anyone unless God said otherwise. I have personally heard you call my daughter a bitch, among other things, and you, just like myself, will have to answer to God for all things that are not pleasing to him. So, honey, it's all okay. My concern is what God thinks of me. As long as he's pleased, then I'm good, actually. And feel free to forward this text so whomever can see it. And keep in mind that if I was so bad, why are you still connected to people that are connected to us? Please, no need to text me back. And I'm not going to block you. And all that stuff you do. You need to take a look and be honest with yourself, Michelle, because you and I both know. Hold on. Both know this is all about money. You and I both know this is all about money. For you in the beginning, I thought you were true to what was going on, but I no longer believe that. And not because of what I heard, but because I saw and heard for myself. And the sad part is that if you're not careful, you are going to push Nika to her own tell-all book. She already has spoken a lot already. So while you're coming for me, please truly work on yourself and your daughter, and don't worry about little old me, because I'm praying for us all. So it's a bye for me. Then the person said, this is not Michelle, shaking my head. So now you know, once again, this is all about money. This ain't for Robert. And the reason why I said surviving R. Kelly is a sham, and people thought that I was joking, because on the set of Surviving R. Kelly, why is Gloria Allred prepping her clients? Make it make sense. Why is Gloria Allred prepping her clients? They ain't never say that Gloria Allred was on Surviving R. Kelly. Make it make sense. She's prepping her clients, and the way she's listening, she's letting Faith recite the lines back over to her. It's right there in your face. And you don't have to say a word. Now, who's this person? I wish I can see this person's face. But you see one of Faith's mom filming from behind Faith, and you see Gloria Allred right there in the dressing room. You see this. You see this. So make this make sense. When I tell you it was a sham from the jump, it was a sham. And people's like, nah, Dana, listen, I'm an actor. I can tell you when something is being acted upon. And if I wouldn't get strike, I will play it and I will show you every instinct when it was cut, when it was pasted, when a person was fed lines, and when a person was told to cry on cue. I do this for a living. I'm great at what I do. Next thing. Y'all really thought I was joking? Okay. Here's the director, aka casting agent. What did she say? She said right here, I sat down with the survivors a year before a camera was in their face. Stop. You did what, Tamara? I sat down with the survivors a year, and look how they made before bold, before a camera was in their face. I didn't choose to do I didn't choose to do a documentary on R. Kelly. I chose to document the survivors' voices, black silence voices. R. Kelly just so happened to be the subject matter. Sharing is healing. I want them all to be healed. Well, if you want them all to be healed, why was you getting awards? And why that's all you was worried about? Oh, my work. And you casted all of these people. Jennifer Bonjean, I'm throwing you a nugget for Chicago. They were casted. They weren't victims. You cannot call a victim. My fault. Let me back this up. You cannot say a person is a victim if they were casted. To be casted means you are hired to fulfill a role. So here's my question. Are you really a victim? And if Atmos was still here, Atmos would tell you, when we get hired to do shows, plays, movies, we are given a script. We have to learn that script. And we have to bring that script to life. So I'm going to ask you again. Are they victims, survivors, or simply castmates, or better yet, glorified actors? Yeah. So let's move on. Jim Diagas, the government can't say that you didn't talk to Angel Cruel and it was just a sharing of the book. No. When you eating lunch with them and planning things against R. Kelly, what do you think the conversation between Jim Diagas and Angel Cruel was? The problem is Jennifer Bonjean need to get Angel Cruel phone unlisted, and everything from the cloud need to be given to Jennifer Bonjean. But the government ain't going to allow that. They only going to give certain pieces. That's why they said, no, please deny that. No, Jennifer Bonjean need to have Angel Cruel whole cloud downloaded and given to her and let her crew go through it. Because when you can sit down with this, and you can sit down and with Kim Fox, and you can sit down and with Michael Avenatti, and you can plan about these tapes, and you can plan about this, Negro, you are lying. And the government is backing you because they don't want to look no more janky than what they already are. Next. Check this out. Oh. Chuck and Keith. So Prima Donna said, at home, trying to figure out if my VCR still works. I ran across this talent. Sonny Black, Ernest Dixon, Keith Casino Marvell, and G.S. Smith. But the fine print say, come on, TBE. If it wasn't for Rachel Dion, we would have been the biggest stars in the world. Laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. What did she do? Tell Rob he had to stop showering y'all. Ha ha ha. Rachel Dion. So they laughing because Rob was showering Rachel Dion. And I keep telling y'all, this is Black Round Days. This is Tank. Y'all see Tank with a Rachel Dion. Rob made sure everybody was good. And Keith and Chuck didn't like that. I'm going to read it again. Keith Morrell was talking to Rachel Dion. He put laughing emoji. Come on, TBE. If it wasn't for Rachel Dion, we would have been the biggest stars in the world. Laugh out loud. So I take it that Rachel Dion stopped it earlier on. She stopped the dissemination of the tapes earlier on. But then it says, ha 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 ha. What did she do? Tell Rob he had to stop showering y'all. Ha 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 ha. Rachel Dion. So I'm going to ask this question. Was that really Rashona on a tape, or was it Rachel Dion? And if you see her response, she got the dog laughing. At the end of the day, when I told y'all it was another person besides Lisa Van Allen and Prado, here's the third, Rachel Dion. And look who she hugged up under, Tank. This is before Tank left Black Round. Now, go look at the video. Don't that look like this? Ain't that the same person? Hey, EJ, you deleting people. Hold on, man. EJ did it by mistake. I had to let him know. Now, isn't that the same person that's looking like this? I told y'all she wasn't a minor. But nobody else besides me and Prima can give you this. Nobody. Let me see if I can blow it up some more. Same forehead, same nose, same cheekbones. Favor Prada, favor Rashona, favor Lisa Van Allen. I figured EJ was at work. When I seen that person get blocked, I said, oh no. EJ hit the button by mistake. See what I'm saying? So while people sitting up here talking about, I got what it take to free Rob, but you still haven't seen nothing. So let's go here. This is a reporter. Uh-oh. This Kim Jansen. And Prima got this. Shout out to Prima Donna News. Also, shout out to Prima Donna Pastries. But Kim Jansen said, she said a guy, Keith, in Kansas, and another guy whose name escapes me right now, which is Chuck, had the tape. R. Kelly's attorney, Sam Adams Sr., asked her on the stand what's Keith's phone number was. At the judge's direction, she answered. Kim Jansen said, I ran out of the courtroom and down to the press room where I called Keith. I was the first reporter to call him, and it took a minute for me to explain who I was and how I got his number. Laugh out loud. Keith said he might have the tape and to call him back. A few hours later, he eventually told me to meet him at a Chipotle in downtown Chicago. I went, but Keith didn't show up. Every time I called, he said he was 5 minutes away. at the House of Blues or on his way. He did sound like he was in a music venue, but he never showed up. I felt used and irritated. Hold on. Lisa Van Allen, the prosecution's star witness in the 2008 case, testified that there was another unseen tape of her having a threesome with Kelly and a 14-year-old victim. All of that was made up. And this is why. Damon Pryor. Things are looking up for R. Kelly in his current trial. The prosecution previously had called a witness by the name of Lisa Van Allen, and now the defense called her former fiance Damon Pryor as their surprise witness. Pryor implicated Van Allen and 2 other men as being in a conspiracy plot against R. Kelly. Stop. How is R. Kelly and June Brown and Daryl McDavid being charged for conspiracy, but Damon Pryor said that Van Allen and 2 other men as being in a conspiracy plot against R. Kelly? See how the government switched that? Pryor then said his ex-fiance was attempting to extort R. Kelly along with 2 other men from Kansas who he says set Kelly up. Somebody tag Jennifer Bongine and tell her, we got it over here. Damon Pryor told All Hip Hop these were guys in Kansas named Chuck and Keith that she was saying were trying to put some tapes together on R. Kelly. Those are the words she used. And in conversation, I remember them calling and I was like, who is this? They were several people in contact with her. At the end of the day, like I told you, Rob is innocent. But I'm going to leave y'all with a prima donna video called Bongine Uncovers Massive Corruption in Chicago, Janky Evidence, Jim Daryaga, Cheryl Mack, Time's Up. It was done on August the 11th, 2022. This is 21 minutes and 55 seconds. After this, y'all go back doing what y'all was doing. Dana J out. 1. Love your dream team. We all we got.
All of this, you're going to see this in future testimony, but Azrael knows where everything is. When I say the tape, she knows who's who. She knows where the bank accounts are, where the money is. She knows who's using who. Not seen what we've been trying to show you, that you've been brainwashed. But once she watched that documentary and she read the emails that I sent over to her, that he was sending to Joycelyn, telling Joycelyn the same things that he told her, hiding other tapes for Azrael, just like London on the Track's mom was doing. Cheryl, I forgot her last name, Cheryl Mack or whatever. And so I'm trying to tell you without telling you too much, because like I said, this is a federal case, and I've even helped out the feds with all the information that I've been given. So I was working with the Department, was it the Department of State? Homeland Security, one of them damn places. Homeland Security, my lawyers were to hand them over everything that we had received.
For the dummy that's talking about, I'm back over to the follower where you are. No, understand this. I don't follow prima donna. She's my sister, dummy. And I stand on that. Now go back to where you want to belong.
Kelly with you? What?
ACT, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the phone. Look. You got some weed? Dang. Gotta get some. Alright, hurry up. These and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you.
The truth's gonna come out. It's gonna really fuck you up, bro. Because you think you're smarter than everybody. You thought you were smarter than the system. You went in there, now that woman put your truth out. I don't got nothing to do with that. You ain't even mad with me, you mad with your motherfucking self. Nobody told you to go do what you did. You did it, bro. I hate all this shit y'all try to say about you. Can say whatever you want about me. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm dealing with real life situations, and YouTube is not a part of mine, bro. But when you come home and you want to keep making yourself like you was me, or you have a relationship better than me with my daughter, you stupid as fuck, bro. That's why when I call my daughter acts like a daughter. Not a child, but a daughter. I don't get in between. I don't play these games. I don't befriend people, kids, and do goofy shit like you did and then talk your way out of it. Like, bro, you was fucked up.
We did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends. We got people to lie. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You ever seen Asriel at my house? You ever seen parents at my house? See now, you done fucked up here, Okay, because I'm letting you know now. Well, I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, I did want to tell you, to switch the 90 days out, but when you do switch them out, I did have a lot of stuff to talk to you about, really good stuff. What do you mean? We already talked about last week switching out the days. We've been talked about that, so why are you saying wow?
Yeah, because you hung up on me and called right into the building, and they called me to the floor to discuss the same thing I had already told you.
Sorry. No. Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Do not say anything to me. Joy is in jail for assault. So I feel so sorry for the both of you. Don't say anything other to me. I feel bad for you. I know, yes, you do. You knew I was coming up here to get Joy, and you lied to her. Yep. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you, Bear. I'm sorry for you. I am so sorry for you. Oh, it's Bear. It's done. Bear. It's done. It's over. You may not even make it to trial. I'm so sorry for you. I'm sorry. I really did love you. And you lied to me, and you used me, and you played me. Yes, you did, Bear. Bye.
It's rather interesting how people attach themselves to these stories, whether they were advocating for these so-called accusers or advocating for R. Kelly. It just showed how simple-minded people are to run with hearsay instead of observing things for themselves and coming up with their own conclusions. The problem is, other people begin to attach themselves with people who they deemed as the muscle or the voice, went out their way to insert themselves in the midst of this federal investigation and took the focus off of the individuals that I've come out here trying to keep your focus on from day one. Those individuals who want to give life to all of these stories but pled the fifth in the first trial to avoid making it blatantly obvious what I've pointed out from day one. Now, it's no secret the level of corruption in Chicago. So when I personally witnessed this call on to these accusers, this backdoor dealings with these extortionists, and then this manufactured case, it should have been blatantly obvious what you have saw highlighted on my platform, in which so many wanted to take the focus off of and be the muscle. So there you have it. But what we're not going to do is start making people believe that individuals are being targeted merely for supporting Robert Kelly, when in actuality is you can support an individual without being involved in janky ass shit. Like what I'm about to expose you to, that keeps all these characters in their feelings, because unlike them, I don't run with gossip, but I will let them hang themselves.
Was bubbling then. So when you told me this, I'm like, I done already talked to the twins. I done already talked to the Shanti McGee husband. I done already talked to Don Russell. I done already talked to Linda Mitchell. DJ, get this. We looking for this. We don't know where the eyes are. We know where nobody is. We know where nobody I know you ain't that easy. There she go. There she go. I think she up there. I think Azrael up there. I think Azrael, you see up there? There go Azrael up there. I hear something. I hear something too. Azrael, is you up there, Azrael? Knock on the window. In front of the window. Come on, Azrael. We see you, darling. You're
So, yes, I did have sex with Bubba as well. No, we did not have a threesome, but me and Bubba had another relationship outside of Rob.
I've still yet to figure out how people watch the same things that I watch, and yet they weren't led down the same path that I was, in looking at a person like JP, who was used to facilitate this narrative, who actually was one of the main people who enlightened me to the fact that a lot of the things we saw put in these original motions and indictments against Robert Kelly detailed a line of extortion, and the fact that they're going to overlook McDavid's key roles and then try to put the blame on Robert Kelly in this RICO case in New York is what really flabbergasted me. So as I watch all this information be put on social media, and then I start to put two and two together, it became clear to me why certain people were working so hard to push certain narratives and remove the accountability across the board for certain individuals.
Today in the child pornography trial of singer R. Kelly, witness after witness identified those on that now infamous sex tape as the alleged victim and R. Kelly. SEAL TV's Randy Bellasoma was in the courtroom today, joins us now from 26 in California with more. Randy?
Sean, today, for the first time, we heard testimony that identified those on the tape from someone other than a relative, a friend, or a parent of a friend of the alleged victim. We heard from a former employee of R. Kelly who said at first she did not want to believe that it was him. Lindsay Perryman worked for Robert Kelly on and off from 1999 to 2006, doing everything from cleaning floors to handling the defendant's personal business. She told the court that included driving the alleged victim in the now infamous sex tape to and from his Olympia Fields home. She also testified to often seeing the girl at Kelly's recording studio, sometimes carrying a pillow and an overnight bag. The image that I saw looks exactly like Mr. Kelly, Perryman said, then IDing the female on the tape, citing her facial features and her cheekbones. During cross-examination, defense attorney Mark Martin inquired about Perryman's purported master's degree from a recording conservatory in Arizona, a degree she said took only months to acquire. I didn't go to Oxford or Harvard, no, Perryman replied. Also taking the stand was Jada Burnett, a family friend of the alleged victim. She said the female on the tape was about 12 or 13 at the time and noted her distinctive cheeks and facial structure. However, that's as far as she could go. Here's an exchange during cross-examination by defense attorney Sam Adam Jr. At some point, you'd have had to have seen her naked. You were so close, right? I've never seen her naked. 22-year-old Raven Gangler testified as well, saying the girl on the tape was her friend from junior high. She said that was something that was absolute and said the alleged victim was very proud of her relationship with R. Kelly.
Generation tape that was filled with all sorts of video noise where you couldn't identify, in my opinion, anybody. That's my view of the tape.
There's an idea out there that because he sat in that courtroom stoic and he didn't show emotion and he didn't show any kind of concern, and I heard that said about him, sitting next to him, because I did every day, if you recall, I sat next to him every day of this trial and listened to him and talked to him. He was a very caring and concerned person. He just knew that every move that he made was going to be criticized, every move that he made was going to be watched, every move that he made was going to certainly come out in a newspaper or on television, and so his way of dealing with it was to be stoic.
R. Kelly? Really? Really? Now, I gave him R. Kelly's jail records. Ask him how he got R. Kelly's jail records. Ask him how I got the emails between Azrael and R. Kelly. So you mean to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about?
The article state that the other person was in trouble. It did not. It did not. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You think we don't know? And I'm not saying that they can't pull no shit, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about the article at hand. There was a reason why the article didn't say what it said, and for people to make all these assumptions, and oh boy, to be a lawyer, you should know. If the feds got something, they ain't gonna announce it. They already got it. And if they gonna do something with it, they gonna do something with it. Ain't gonna be no reporter letting people know ahead of time what's going on. When you hear Fed investigation, everybody know that. Guess what? You hear after they've made arrests, okay? You hear after that.
Less than a year, 10 months later, around Thanksgiving, I heard that there was this videotape on the streets showing Kelly having sexual relations with this young woman of 14 or 15 years. We had heard that there had been a relationship, and we had tried to do some reporting on this woman. We had talked to some of her relatives. We had talked to her family. No one wanted to talk to us. And then one day, I'm at home. I work at home, because she can't sit around and play loud music in the Sun-Times offices any more than we can here at BEZ, which is why we're in these editing booth cubicles doing this, right? I got a call that said, go to your mailbox, click. Hung up, and there in the mailbox was a manila envelope with nothing on it and a videotape inside that showed Kelly having sexual relations with an underage woman. Certainly appeared to be.
Too late. They should have did it 30 years ago.
When her mother found out, and that her mother, he actually stayed at their home in Detroit, and her mother actually was sexually attracted to him as well. And he said when Aaliyah would go to sleep, that he would, this is what he said. He said that he would go in the living room and him and her would do sexual acts on the couch while Aaliyah was sleeping in the bedroom.
It's too late.
Now, time out. We know it ain't Rashona. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. You see her? And you see her. Make it make sense. Now, you heard you heard Jim Diaga say he was called and said, go to the mailbox. I have the book Soulless. I'm going to read the book starting tomorrow. Oh, we going to get into it. We going to get into it.
Now, clearly, I can give you snippets from each case that has been waged against Robert Kelly to remain adamant in my position that this whole case was manufactured, and all these people coming on these platforms just took the focus off the obvious corruption that I feel is being laid out now in Chicago. So if some people are not comprehending how it looks as a whole, let me remind you, all these janky-ass people concocted this whole case, and now it's falling apart. We watch them get on these platforms beefing with one another, exposing the whole case. And now we see how individuals that claim to have been supporting R. Kelly only played both sides of the fence, whether you want to admit it or not. Obviously, a lot that went on these platforms did not benefit Robert Kelly from those who say they support him. Duh. And just think, if these individuals had just went and did what they should have done, which is file their reports instead of trying to entice and coerce individuals online to follow their lead, maybe a lot of people would have really been fooled by all the bullshit they've dispersed throughout these platforms. With that said, it does no good for all this information to sit on these platforms when the prosecutors are going to pick and choose what they're going to use and wait and see if there will be a defense.
How can I pay child support? How? If my ex-wife is destroying my name and I can't work, how can I work? How can I get paid? How can I take care of my kids? How?
What is your financial situation, if you don't mind saying?
Here's the deal.
So many people have been stealing my money. People was connected to my account. I went by myself for the first time to Bank of America. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what the hell was going on.
When did you do that? First time by yourself?
About 3 weeks ago to a month.
3 weeks ago was the first time you went to Bank of America?
Absolutely.
By yourself?
By myself. Because I was so tired of not knowing where my money was, where my publishing is.
Isn't that on you then?
Huh?
Isn't that on you?
A lot of it's on me.
That you didn't know where your money is?
A lot of it's on me.
And people say he doesn't have money because he had to pay so much in settlements. What do you say about that?
Lie.
He's already said, I know when I talked to Miss Bunjean, we were together in Santa Monica, she said he's written some songs that he sang to her, that he has accepted that he's going to die there. He's accepted that.
Mm-hmm. Will there be an appeal?
Oh, yeah, she's definitely filing an appeal, but do you know how long an appeal takes? You know, the difference, here's what happened. Here's what happened with Mr. Cosby. The reason why his appeal happened so quickly, he did 2 years and 10 months, but he had a voice speaking for him.
Yes.
Okay, who kept his story alive. R. Kelly has never had a voice to keep his story alive, to tell his story. Every day, I was Mr. Cosby's only visitor. Every day, I visited, every time I visited him, I did a media interview, talk about him. When the prison was doing something egregious or duplicitous against him and against any other inmate, and I found out about it, hey, I went straight to the media.
Mm-hmm.
And that beat them at their game. I think just he had too many people.
Wrong people
who wanted to just get to know me. Okay, they wanted to get to me. They wanted to say that they were in my presence, unfortunately,
for their own personal reasons,
and for their own personal gains. And they started giving me calls about their own problems and things they wanted. And these are people who were supposed to have been fighting for him.
Something good. Something good.
I just wanted to let y'all know that I have the book on my Nook. And I will be reading. It's a lot of contradictory of what y'all hearing now.
Welcome.
So I just wanted to show y'all that it's never been capped this way. And it never will be. And I see people popping up in the chat saying this and this and this. I don't respond to idiot situations no more. Some going to say that's Rashawn the Land Fair. Some going to say it's not. You clearly see that's not Rashawn. But okay. Y'all be blessed. And for all the folks that's doing dirty stuff out there, just understand and know one thing.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
And remember, you can still donate if you want to the Cash App. I put it out there, but I had a lot of folks donate. 15 people away of $45, but it's up to y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm over. I'm out.
I don't understand what I've done wrong.
I haven't done anything wrong. I think obviously the people aren't ready to see someone like me.
Said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a look out there. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.